Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my green beauty favorites for 2018. I'm really excited to film this video. There's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, so I'm just going to kind of speed through this so we can get through all the products and not have this be an hour-long video. But yeah, without any further ado, let's get right into my green beauty favorites for the whole year 2018. So first I'm going to start off with my makeup favorites. I have quite a bit of makeup favorites for the year of 2018. I am going to go into order of my base basically to my finishing products, so let's get right into it. My favorite primer of 2018 is hands down the Juice Beauty Phytopigments Illuminating Primer. I am basically done. It is super smooth, very thin, kind of watery consistency. It adds a beautiful luminous finish. I love wearing this either on its own or underneath a foundation or a like CC cream tinted moisturizer. I don't know if it really does anything in terms of helping to make my makeup last longer, but I definitely love the glowing properties that it actually leaves my skin looking like. And I also find that this primer also has beautiful skin benefits because it is just infused with the Juice Beauty skincare ingredients. So definitely a favorite and can't wait to pick up another one for 2019. Next I have a foundation. This is actually a CC cream. This is the Sappho New Paradigm CC cream in the shade Light. This is hands down my favorite lightweight tinted moisturizer slash CC cream. It is a moussey consistency. There are not a ton of colors in this shade range, but I find that this one in the shade Light really complements my skin tone. It has more of a neutral slash olive undertone to it, which is really complementary to my skin tone. I find that sometimes on the light spectrum of foundations and tinted moisturizers, you can get a little bit pinky and peachy, and I'm happy to find something that's more on the neutral to olive undertone. So love this. Another foundation favorite, a little bit higher coverage, is the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. This is in the shade Selena. I haven't self-tanned and I'm quite fair right now, so this is not my shade at the moment, but I was using this towards the beginning of the fall time and I really enjoyed this. Even though it's more of a recent 2018 favorite, I definitely has trumped quite a few other foundations that I've tried in the year 2018, which is why I wanted to include it in this favorite. For concealer, hands down favorite concealer is the RMS Beauty Uncover Up Concealer. This is in the shade 11. I purchased this near the beginning of the year and I have almost finished it. I've hit pan. I only have the perimeter of the pot left. This is a beautiful, very lightweight concealer, very creamy. It has a coconut oil base, so it's very moisturizing. I love using this under my eyes and just to help conceal any redness I may have. I'll either apply this on top of my foundation or CC cream or wear it on its own if I just want to target my under eyes. It's a little bit too lightweight of a concealer to spot conceal with, but for everyday use I have been loving this concealer. For a setting powder, my favorite hands down setting powder is the Well People Bio Brightener Invisible Powder. I don't think I've used any other setting powder in the year 2018. It is so beautiful. It is a translucent color, so it doesn't have any pigment to it. It's not going to add any additional color, but it's going to really help set, smooth your makeup. A lot of green makeup products can be quite dewy, and so they need to be set to stay in place, and I found that this done an excellent job. I also really like that this is not a totally mattifying powder, so even though it does help to control the oiliness or dewiness of the products and keep it set in place, I don't find it makes me look flat. It adds a nice kind of sheen to my skin to still make it look very skin-like and healthy, which is why this has easily become a favorite setting powder of mine. Now I've got 3 different bronzers I want to quickly go over. I have my first bronzer of 2018 was the St. Cosmetics On Cloud 9 bronzer. This is quite a red tone warm bronzer, very smooth, very velvety, looks really great in the summertime or when I have a little bit of a tan, just because it has that very warm tone. If you want to warm up the face, this is the bronzer I will go for a good 6 months slash first half of the year. I love this bronzer. I didn't really use any other bronzer except for this one. Though closer to the end of 2018, I really expanded my bronzer collection and now have a few other favorites that have almost trumped this one. Even though this was a huge favorite, I do recommend this bronzer. I just have a few other ones that I've started using and kind of testing out and seeing how I like, if I like maybe even better. But for 2018, this was definitely a favorite of mine. Now, I did really want to reach out into more contour colors, so I picked up the Lily Lolo. This is the Sculpt and Glow Contour Duo. I picked this up closer to the beginning of 2018 as well, and I really picked it up for this color because I wanted more of a cool tone / neutral bronzer that I could use for sculpting and contouring with. And I'll just show you in comparison the two. You can see that the Saint Cosmetics is significantly more warm tone than the Lily Lolo one. And I really did enjoy using this for contouring. It really did a nice sculpt, look quite natural on the skin, is a nice smooth and matte formula. It's not too pigmented where it looks very dark and brown and muddy, but pigmented enough that it will give you a nice color. So really did enjoy this. And then lastly, for bronzer, I have the Well People Bio Bronzer Stick. This is my favorite cream bronzer. It's got no shimmer in it. It's very smooth, blends in seamlessly. I love how small it is, makes it really easy to travel with, and it applies super easily with the stick. You can just kind of draw on your face super easily and then just blend it out with your fingers or a brush or a beauty blender. It really blends in quite seamlessly. So this was my favorite when I just want a really quick bronze in comparison to the powders. Sometimes I find this will give a more flawless natural look, where this could potentially build up a bit muddy. For highlights, I have a few highlights. The RMS Living Luminizer. This is definitely quite globally known. It is a great highlighter. Not too much of a pop of highlight, but really gives a nice glow. I really do enjoy wearing this in the winter times because it is quite a white color, or I like wearing it when I'm not wearing basically any makeup at all. Sometimes all I'll do is wear the RMS on Cover Up and then apply this, and I look like I have just beautiful, naturally flawless, healthy skin, just to cover up my eye circles, and then this to add a bit of glowing and youth back to my skin. Another highlight that I've really liked are the Maya Chia. This is the highlight of the day serums. I have two. At the beginning of the year, I think it was around January, I used the Golden Hour, and then closer to the summertime I discovered the Afternoon Delight. This is more of a yellow creamed tone, and this is more of a rose gold tone. Beautiful for the summer and beautiful for the winter time. Both quite universal, it just depends on your skin tone. They are really pigmented, remind me of the Cover FX Enhancing Drops. You just have to make sure you give them a good shake to mix up the pigments with the serum, and then you just add a few drops to your fingers and then just tap it into the high points of your face. Or alternatively, you can actually apply this all over your skin under your foundation or CC cream for a nice glow all over your face. Lastly, for makeup, I just have some mascaras. I love mascaras. If I could live on 4 makeup products, it would be concealer, highlight, bronzer, and mascara. And the 2 mascaras I have are the Juice Beauty. This is the Phytopigments mascara, and the Fit Glow. I believe this is called the Good Lash mascara. This I really liked near the beginning of 2018, and then I found this one closer to the middle of 2018. What I did discover is that I really liked applying this and then the Juice Beauty on top of it to add a really nice natural, fluttery, wispy kind of lash. I found that they work really well for lengthening the lash as well as separating them, which gives you that really nice faux eyelash extensions look. They both have great ingredients in them to kind of help nourish the lashes at the same time. Alright, onto skincare products. I have my favorite cleanser. This is the Luminous Melting Cleanser by Goop. This is a pretty recent discovery, though I did have a tester near the beginning of 2018 that I used to death, and I really just couldn't splurge on the cleanser. It's $125. It was took me basically the whole year to eventually splurge on it after using that sample, though it is super amazing. I did discover in 2018 I absolutely love oil cleansers. They are my favorite now. I find they're super nourishing. They really help to melt away your makeup, and I think they're great in combination with a double cleanse. So if you want to do your oil cleanse and follow up with another cleanser, though I typically just do my oil cleanser and move on to the rest of my skincare routine. For toners, I have been loving the Indie Lee CoQ10 toner. Again, discovered this near the beginning of 2018, used it basically the whole year, obviously with a few other toners, but this one has been my favorite. I'm a little bit more than halfway finished. It's very hydrating. I love that it has CoQ10, which again is very great for hydration, which is something that I really look for in my skincare products. It definitely does, and I don't believe there's any alcohol in here. It smells really nice. I love applying this with a cotton pad, and it really helps to take another layer of any residual dirt or makeup off my skin to really make sure I have a nice clean base for the rest of my serums and moisturizers. So I've been loving this. Also, for my kind of toners slash facial mists, I have loved the Josh Rosebrook Hydrating Accelerator Spray. This is hands down a favorite. I know it's going to be a favorite for the rest of my life. It smells divine. It feels really hydrating. I'll definitely apply this before I go on with my serums because it helps to penetrate the serums further into the skin, but I also really like this on the go. I'll use this at work or throw it in my purse just to kind of spray my face to give me a little pick-me-up, a little bit of hydration, especially if my skin looks dry or dull. It also just feels really nice applying this after the gym, just for a nice little wake-me-up. I'm going to quickly talk about some masks. I have been loving masking for 2018, and I've got a few different masks that are hands down my favorites. First, I have this Kypris Deep Forest Clay Mask. This has been a favorite clay mask that I've used, especially when I have more problematic skin. If I'm noticing any blemishes or textural issues, I'll go in with this one just because I find it very nourishing, as well as it has some exfoliating properties to it to really help kind of get away any of that dead skin cells and show smoother, healthier skin. It's also supposed to detoxify the skin because it's got lots of nice botanicals and clays in it to help draw out any impurities and leftover dirt, sweat, grime, that kind of stuff. It also smells really nice. Kind of smells like a forest slash dirt, but I think it's a really pleasant smell. Next, I have two masks that I use when I really want to add a nice glow, a little bit of a wake me up for my skin, and these are two gel-like masks. They're quite similar in consistency and texture, and that is the Tata Harper Resurfacing Mask and the Kypris Glow Filter Mask. Both of these have that kind of jelly-like consistency. They're quite interesting. They feel very nice on the skin. They kind of go on with a weird gel film and then dry into like a crisp, like a crispy plastic kind of weird texture. But I always find that these help add nice radiance and make my skin look more alive, especially when my skin's looking more on the dull side. And the last mask I have is the Josh Rosebrook. This is the Advanced Hydration Mask. This is the mask I use specifically in the winter time when my skin's looking really dry. Could also really work if you have a sunburn or irritated skin. This is great, especially when I have dry skin. It really helps kind of soak in moisture. I'll usually actually spray this on my face and follow up with this. I'll either leave this on overnight or I'll leave it on for the recommended 10 to 15 minutes and then wash it off with some warm water. This is an interesting mask because it doesn't have the same feel as a mask where you apply it and you see, like you visibly see a layer of like a clay mask or something. It basically goes on like a really heavy oily moisturizer and kind of just looks like a pile of oil on your face, though it definitely works wonders. For my favorite moisturizer cream is the Goop Replenishing Night Cream. This is my favorite go-to night cream. I don't think I use any other night cream besides this. This is really nice, thick and creamy consistency. It feels very luxurious on the skin. The other thing I really like about Goop products is that they're all kind of designed to have those anti-aging properties and skin benefits, which I really like. I love doing anything that's going to be preventative for my skin, and this has just been my go-to, and I'm going to continue using it until I'm done. and maybe consider buying it again or maybe switching it up. Favorite serum is the Vintner's Daughter Active Botanical Serum. This is a very luxurious concealer, quite a bit pricey. Whenever I'm using this serum, I always notice my skin looks very bright. It looks flawless without makeup, and I'm always just happier with my skin when I'm using this. For the middle part of 2018, I wasn't using this because I was trying out numerous different serums, but I did notice when I was using this, my skin just looked really nice. Definitely had less breakouts. My skin looked brighter. It just looked more alive, and I definitely attribute it to this serum. And lastly, this isn't really a skincare product, but it is a general body product, and that is the Agent Nature Holly Stick. This is the No. 3 deodorant. This is my favorite deodorant of 2018. I've tried a few different ones, and I always go back to this one. This is my it's actually my third deodorant from this brand. It smells really nice. It has quite a strong scent, but I find it quite pleasant. They have a few other ones. They have a sensitive one, a rose one, as well as a men's one, and they're all really, really nice, and they come in a nice stick formula, which I really appreciate. I much prefer applying my deodorant as a stick rather than a spray or a cream, which I have seen. And yeah, this is my favorite one. It also looks very nice and luxurious. So those are all of my green beauty skincare and makeup favorites for 2018. I have tried a lot of different makeup products and skincare products, and those are the ones that have really kind of shown through and have become a favorite that I reach for much more frequently than my other products. And I am super excited to continue trying more products for 2019, maybe discovering some new favorites. I appreciate everyone who's watched me in 2018, has subscribed, and has followed me on my Instagram. I appreciate it so much. 2018 was the beginning of my journey through YouTube and as the Green Belle on Instagram, and I couldn't be more happy than I am now to have all you guys watching me and supporting me, and I appreciate it so much, and I can't wait for the year to come in 2019 and see where that takes us, where the green beauty community goes and expands. I'm sure it's going to continue to grow and grow, which is really exciting. So I hope you all have a lovely New Year's Eve, a healthy and happy new year in 2019, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will be in the new year. So thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I can't wait to see you in 2019. Bye, guys.